Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of TacoBytes, your daily bite of Degen, episode number 759, coming to you live from somewhere, nowhere, New York City. Oh my God, I apologize for that. I'm probably going to do that again. I apologize. We're just going to be simple and honest with that. But what we do have, it is the end of Masari mainnet, and we are going to talk about day 3, the wrap up overall, as well as the 2 ending events that we went to with Cyber and Chipped, as well as Akash and Flock and Genlayer. And then, well, let's do this first. As the junior intern to the senior intern of Permissionless, it is officially an unofficial title. It's on my LinkedIn. We are going to officially transition our name, as we do when we move to new events. We are going to change our name on Twitter. We will no longer be known as player1taco.eth.soul at Masari mainnet. We will be known henceforth as player1taco at Permissionless. So let's do that while we are here. Let's do this so quickly. Let's get this done, because we are Permissionless 3 bound. We are flying home, and we are at Permissionless 2024. Oh, all right, at Permissionless. Do we have? Oh, wait. Let's do this. We can do a cool thing here. We can boot SLC, Salt Lake City. All right. So one of the really fun, now that is an official name change brought to you by the one and only Permissionless. So we are now ready. We are on the road. We are going to be getting to go on the road to Permissionless. So we actually have some really cool spaces lined up, I think like day after tomorrow and day, where we will physically be on the road on our way to Permissionless. So we wanted to go over that really quickly. The other things that we wanted to touch on, we wanted to give some things away real quick. So let's go back to this for a minute. We have the swag report to do, because we're on such a crunch to get to the airport and then get back home. We're actually going to save swag report for our next event or next episode, so be ready for that. But what I wanted to do, because this was given to me, I wanted to give it away to someone else. So Phantom FTM had its unveiling of its new name, Sonic. And so what did they do for that? They were giving away 5 FTM to people. So this is a private key. So what you'll need to do is open your MetaMask, open up your MetaMask scanner, and you will then scan that QR code. Oh, let's focus there. There we go. Subject lost. Oh, all right. So that will get you that 5 FTM. And so, sort of to prove what we're doing, we're gonna throw that sticker away. We're gonna tear that up. But and I'm giving some of these away. I hope one person takes each one. You don't go and like grab all 3 of them. Be nice, share, let someone know. Take a picture of that and scan that with your MetaMask, and you will see what that's like. Literally, it gives you 5. It imports a wallet into your MetaMask. You have 30 days to remove the said FTM from that wallet before they sweep it. So this is a one-time use wallet. You'll have 5 FTM in there. Get that FTM, and you know, yeah. And so to sort of show you what it's like, so you guys want to see what this is like. Let's do this. So we have another one here. I think this is one that we already used. So, oh, we got to get in to our MetaMask. Hold on. Oh, where do we go? All right. Boop, boop. All right. So we're going into our MetaMask. I don't know why I messed that up. I apologize. You can probably go into your Phantom too, but I am not. Well, no, because Phantom doesn't support FTM. So you go into your MetaMask, and then what you do, upper right-hand corner, you open up your receiver. And so, that, not cool. So, boom. There you go. So you can sort of see what I do. Private key detected. All right. And so what that does is now makes it, I can import that account. It says a deep link invalid. And so, boom. Well, let's, boom. All right. So it brings us over to that. Oh. And there it is. So 5 FTM is in that wallet, roughly worth $3.05 right now. I'm actually not going to touch that. I'm gonna close that out, and I'm gonna see who takes that. All right. So have fun with that. But yeah, there you go. There's $9, 15 FTM, 5 FTM. You know, for you to try some of the things that are going on in Phantom. Have some fun with that. If it's still there in 24, 48 hours, I'll sweep it over into the Manifest intern account. If you want to try FTM, go to Twitter, and under my pinned post right now, under this episode 759, and drop a comment of what you want to know about FTM, or now what's now known as Sonic. And so, and we'll talk about that. We'll showcase some of the DeFi protocols, because FTM's been building a DAG for a really long time. So they've been doing really good. Their whole, since were part of that multi-chain hack, they got a lot of assets drained from that, which really sucked. Multi-chain was a really good bridge for a really long time. And then we have that opportunity for new blood, I guess you could say, into the system. So let's see what happens, what they do, and if they actually end up doing anything. So hopefully you're able to get something out of that. And yeah, but we do have the swag report tonight. We did get some cool stuff from Chip. Obviously they're nails, but they came out with like their man version of Chip, which is a little iron-on patch, which has their little technology in it as well, for their social app. So all on chain, and so they're doing some really cool stuff. So I've known Winnie for a really long time, and the fact that I got to see her again last night, see what she's been building. She's an amazing builder. So she's been grinding. So super excited to see what they've been building out. And that makes me proud to see people sort of like have an idea, and like she's struggling like as a founder, like but like really designing really cool stuff. All right, like, even although they went the whole line with like even like boxing and mainstream, it's all on chain, but the chain side of it is all hidden away, abstracted away, so that it's just a social app of connecting, so I think that's really awesome. Huge shout out to Winnie and the entire chip team. Huge shout out to Cyber. um, Now, let's see. Last event of the night was Akash. Um, it was not meant to be a mixer in any way, shape, or form networking event. It was literally come relax. That is what they built it as, what they built that event for to be, and that is exactly what they did with it. That was really cool. So I was really it was a really good time, sort of just being able to sit back and relax for a little bit. Um, and getting to talk with some really cool people. I had a great time talking with the founder of Gamer Hash, Arter, and sort of seeing what's laying out possibilities there. Talking with a bunch of Barachain baddies and teams. So some really cool stuff's coming up on Barachain. And then just randomly talk to people about nothing. I did get a little short with a trad fry bro, is what I'm calling him. Who knows? He could have been, I don't know, the head designer and developer of like Curve or Aave or Uniswap, and he just was like, he just wanted to be bullheaded that night. But like, when someone tries to start an argument with me about like the fallacy of like crypto fake money type of thing, I'm super happy to get into them with a discussion, but when they start lying to try to like make a point, I'm just like, I'm done, bro. I'm sorry. Like, you want to lie to like because you think you're cool, you're controlling. So to TradeFi, bro, I want to apologize. I did come off a little harshly to you because like I'm like, when you lied to me, I'm sorry. That's just to try to like have like a fun moment or something like that. That's not cool. And so I'll call bullshit where I see bullshit. But the way I responded to you, I was a little harsh, So I want to apologize for that. Because whether you like crypto or not, crypto's here to stay. And blockchain, one of the things that we're working really hard on is to abstract it so far away that you don't even know. And what would be surprising is the fact that you're probably using something that somewhere settles on a blockchain or is being indexed by a blockchain. So, um, it, you know, just because you don't fully understand it doesn't make it less real. That's sort of why we have science and all of those other things to help explain this magic internet money type of thing. But really, it's just a digital ledger, ones and zeros that can mean anything. The easiest thing for people to understand what those ones and zeros represent is money. But that can those ones and zeros, and I use that term facetiously to help break down what computer code is, depending on what blockchain and depending on what language breaks down into WASM, and so or some other machine language. But at the end of the day, it can be anything. It can be the title to your grandmother's house. It can be your medical records. It can be your child's first picture. You know, the proof of humanity side of things and the proof of reality of something actually happening and that having providence is one of the biggest things that blockchain is going to protect. Um, we've seen those stories of and right now, huge heart out to all of the Helene uh, victims and um, everyone facing hard times because of flooding and the hurricane recently. But how many medical and dental and birth records are now gone? Housing records gone from state clerks offices that just have this filed as only paperwork. Property that's been in families for thousands of well, hundreds of years, 200 years, 100 years, 5 years. Your first home that you bought last month, that record is now gone. And that is the state that we live in. We live in, where part of it is still has to be documented on paperwork with blue ink, and faxed somewhere. We can do this better. Blockchain might not be the solution for everything, but decentralized record keeping is. So, we'll see you guys all on the flip side. I got on a rant there, and I apologize. TradeFi, bro. Like I said, I apologize. But my biggest irk the last 3 days with Messari Mainnet, great conference. I love the amount of regulation speak, the VC talks of like, this is what we're seeing, this is what we're going to do, and this is what the regulators are saying we can do. And the politicians, Messari brings the heavy hitters. We had House Majority Whip Tom Emmer talking about the innovation of blockchain and even touching for a second on artificial intelligence. The fact that we have our politicians, even if they're reading bullet points that they've memorized, where does education come from? Memorizing key facts and building ideas off of that. So the fact that Messari brought power hitters to the talks. Now, as far as sponsors, Messari had the whole list of sponsors that were already signed in and dealed. I'm disappointed in Coinbase. And the one thing that brought me a disappointment in Messari was that weird random tax company that's literally, as we're trying to bring up our reputation score, sorry, I got to roll a dice for that right now because I'm such a nerd. But as we're trying to bring up the reputation and the regulatory compliance side of blockchain, having a company that's big banner says you never have to pay taxes again, from someone that literally says that they've never been to jail, but on the IRS's website literally says that they've sent this person to jail for multiple years, and his entire law firm, and people, that what they're saying is not real. It doesn't matter if you like what the government is doing with your taxes or not. The fact that you think that you can't pay taxes, find your way to work within the system. The system has enough loopholes that you can, if you take the time, you can correctly write things off for business because you work in blockchain. You are running your own business. You are a founder, you are a contract worker, or you are a full-time business. You can find ways to write a lot of things off, roll things forward to reduce your tax burden. But if you live in the United States, come on, it is one of our duties, even if our government is fucking it up. It is one of our duties. And what battles were fought for was for over taxation, that we are at the state where we are right now with our tax system. Yes, it's broken, but it doesn't mean because it's broken you don't have to pay. So I'm not saying you take whatever you want from it, but having a sponsor that they're trying to like basically tell people to break the law, I'm disappointed. And they might have, maybe they scammed you, Messari. Maybe they said that they were going to talk about how to do taxes, and then they gave you all of these things and stuff like that. But and then they came the way they did. That's all, you guys do great things, but that isn't one of them. I'm super excited for Copilot coming out from Messari, where I'm also really excited about the community involvement growth side that Messari is coming with their new dashboards, and some of their reports and how you can share it with your community. Messari is doing amazing things. This was a disappointment, and I know that they're going to bring it back even harder next year. Messari is going to kick ass. We all trip a little bit here and there. We do. And one of the great things about blockchain, transparency and consistency. So suck it up and move forward and keep doing awesome things. I'm super excited to sort of see what we have in the future. over the next couple days, as we literally will be driving from Dallas to Salt Lake City, Utah. And how beautiful. We're gonna be degening a little bit. We are going to definitely be trying to do a Twitter space for as much of the road to permissionless as we can here and there. And I am super excited to do the swag report later on for our next episode. So I want to thank everyone for joining me on this rant, Kerpade, I guess. Yeah. But I'm excited, especially about some of what the big financial players are looking at doing, what they have their eye on. If you can go to Masari's website, go look at some of the videos of some of the talks about the state of Solana. Go look at some of the talks on the interviews with like ENS and community. And huge shout out to Trust Wallet for having a show up, as well as Go Plus Security. Go Plus Security does some really cool stuff on the safety side. So, and did I say something about like runes and Thorchain, Solana, and Cosmos? I don't know. MFX that later on. We'll talk about that. But we're going to end this episode as we end every episode with the same two things, because we haven't figured out any other to do. We're not going to. But we are going to tell you our words of wisdom and the greatest worst knock-knock joke on the face of the planet. As we end every episode, it is the same. Our words of wisdom are: closed mouth cannot be fed, and you cannot feed a closed mouth. Meaning, if no one knows you're looking for opportunity, opportunity can never come a knocking. If opportunity does come knocking and no one answers, it's going to keep on walking. Yeah, who would have thought? But I want to thank everyone. I want to thank everyone on LinkedIn, Player One Taco YouTube, Xerox Degens YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Telegram, Rumble, Kick, on-chain via Unlonely, and on-chain via Soul Media Tech. And a huge shout out to everyone joining us on Twitter Spaces all the time. Those that listen, I want to thank everyone that likes, comments, bookmarks, sends this to a random friend. Or if you're on one of the sites that allows you to subscribe, bells, noties, all of those things. I want to thank you. And as always, knock, knock. Who's there?